boys and girls, welcome back to Granny Annie's story time. Today's story is called Jack and the Jelly Beanstalk by Rachel Mortimer and Liz Pichon. Jack's mother shook the biscuit barrel and peered inside the bread bin. She looked in dismay at the last few crumbs. "I'm sorry, Jack," she sighed, "but the cupboards are bare and my purse is empty. We'll have to sell Daisy." "Don't worry, Mum," said Jack sadly. "I'll get a good price for her." Daisy was the cutest cow you ever did see, so it wasn't surprising, but even before they got into town, a farmer had offered Jack 20 gold coins for her. 20 gold coins, Jack cried. His mum would be so pleased. Jack was on his way home when all of a sudden he spotted a wonderful sweet shop. Inside there were jelly juices, fizzy whizzes, gooey gums, strawberry straws, rainbow sherbets, but Jack could not take his eyes off an enormous bag of glittering jelly beans. "These are magic beans, every flavour you could wish for," smiled the shopkeeper, "and for 20 gold coins you can have them all." Every flavour he could wish for! Jack couldn't help himself. He handed over the money. Jack walked home in a dream. But when he arrived home, without Daisy and without any money, his mum was furious. "You silly boy! What use are jelly beans?" She threw the bag outside and sent Jack straight to bed without any supper. In the middle of the night, Jack woke to a delicious smell of blueberries, chocolate, strawberries, ice cream, and caramel wafting through his window. A giant jelly bean stalk was growing in his garden. It was a beautiful sight, shining in the moonlight, covered in brightly covered beans in all yummy flavours Jack had ever dreamed of. Jack opened his window and began to climb, cramming jelly beans into his mouth as he went. Orange, pear, mint, sherbet, choc chip, apple, candy floss, popcorn. Higher and higher he climbed, until, feeling rather full, he came to a huge golden gate and a large sign, which said, "Angry Giant, beware." Jack was hesitating when he heard a strange noise. He peered behind the door. "Honk, honk," sobbed a little white goose. "The giant is so angry. I've tried my best to lay more golden eggs, but it's just no good. The pantry is empty and there's nothing to eat in the castle except me and that stringy old harp." Suddenly the ground shook. "Fee, fi, fo, bum. I smell the juicy boy. Goose is good, but boy is tasty, served with chipped and wrapped in pastry." "Stop!" stuttered Jack as the giant scooped him up in his hand. "I'm very bony and I haven't washed in weeks. Give me 10 minutes and I'll get you a banquet fit for a king." Thought the giant, putting Jack back down. "My clock is ticking. Tick, tick, tick. Bring my feast and make it quick." Jack had never worked so fast in his life. In 10 minutes he had picked hundreds of jelly beans. The giant had melon bars for starters and fish and chip beans for the main course. It was all washed down with a fruity bean smoothie. The goose watched hungrily. The giant was just about to tuck into his pudding beans when the goose swallowed them down whole. Honk! The giant was furious. He grabbed the goose and shook her. Honk, honk, honk. But the beans would not come out. He threw her down to grab his carving knife. Jack grabbed the goose and raced for the jelly beanstalk. "Stop!" yelled the giant, thundering after them. He grabbed the stalk and tried to climb down, but he was far too heavy. The jelly bean began to sway. Jack jumped off just in time. It wibbled and wobbled, then came crashing to the ground far away from Jack. Crash! Jack looked around and grinned. The garden was covered in jelly beans. The goose never laid another golden egg. But she did lay delicious speckled ones, tutti fruity ones, and tingy tangy orange ones. Jack and his mums had enough jelly beans to feed them for years, although every so often they liked to find one that tasted like smelly old socks. Ooh. Bye, see you tomorrow.